Hello, hello. I hope you're doing fantastic today. It's time for the second part of this playthrough. The last thing I did was, well, finding out that Theodora, or Lord Captain Theodora, got murdered, including her arch militant Maud, and we are now on the way to the bridge to at least support the others in fighting the heretics that are still on board. It should be mentioned again, Voigtveer, one of our guys in theory, is probably under the influence of chaos and is probably gonna betray us. But
Whatever you wish.
first of all, I have to find out how the hell I'm getting out of here.
Here we go again.
Yeah, actually. Things like that would be just fine. Because I'm probably just gonna mow him down anyhow, hopefully. Oh, that's a servitor, okay.
Follow my lead. It will be done.
Nice. Yeah, can I take an attack from the servitor though is the question. But I guess...
Your back and call.
Wait, not perfect. But a good start.
Indeed.
Let's brace for impact. If that even helps on close range. Let's try that one. Now basically, let's go for the spray and pray approach. Not great. Ah, come on. Well, only 35%, so not that surprising, but can still hope, right? Okay, let's also do the spray and pray approach with her, I think. Maybe I should try to get a little closer. Seems like my weapons are just out of range.
Guided by faith. I'll do it.
Could have been better. Could have been worse.
For the weak. Rejoice in battle.
Oh, come on! You could have nailed that. Argenta, why are you doing this to me? You were the chosen one. Yeah, I'm asking myself if I wanna just psychic shriek that guy, or basically toast these two. Maybe let's try toasting these two first. Oh, okay, nice. It even jumped over to the others. Okay, that was pretty awesome, actually. Well, there are not even exploits on that servitor yet, so I don't think that spell would make any sense, the exposed weakness one. Oh, is it our turn again? Well, seems like it.
Anything else?
Well, let's give him a little psychic shriek.
Mocking me.
Ouch. That hurt.
It will
Let's
be done.
maybe charge him. I'm not doing too much damage to this guy because of its armor. I Yeah. That is not great. Oh, come on, Hans. What is wrong with you? Okay, I'm slightly disappointed now.
Will do. Be gone.
At least she knows how to hit the enemy. Oh, and we got another level up. Let's do that. So I'm getting the firearm mastery. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks. That's really nice. And let's see, rapid reload. That's pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. Rack and wound. Doesn't sound too bad. Okay. I like that one. Sounds very situational. And that's where actually the game also opens up. If I may show you, yeah, there's a plethora of skills I could be choosing from, and also could try to figure out what would be the best for me. So you can pretty much do very specific builds if you would like to do so, but at the same time, in sense of this playthrough, it doesn't make much sense for me to like show you all the skills one by one now. I just wanted to basically show that overall there's a lot of possibilities or options you got. Yes, but I'm gonna go with one of the recommended one. I'm actually gonna go with the one from behind cover, the unpredictable. That sounds quite helpful. I wonder when I can raise my base stats again. I feel like my athletics is not too great. Epicenter of Slaughter, what's that? Whenever the warriors attack, they gain +1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds cannot exceed the warrior's toughness bonus. I have no idea what that singlers. And that's also one of the things you could argue about. It's a little bit complicated sometimes. I feel like they could have eased it down a little bit, as I'm not too aware what RPG system this is based on. It doesn't look to be Dungeons and Dragons for sure. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take the 6 skin to make it a little bit easier for me, because I have no clue what some of this stuff is doing. Tide of Excellence. When the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and +2 armor penetration until the end of battle. Exposed weakness also reduces enemy toughness and willpower. For 1 round only though. When the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack deals more damage. That is actually... I don't even want to read the rest. I'm taking that one. I like that. Basically, do some more damage too as an opening. Yeah. I feel like actually... I mean, this is the same stuff as on my main character, Hans van Klobus Kopf. So maybe I'm just gonna... I either wanna do the camaraderie or the exploit surroundings. To just basically maybe put her in the line of fire behind cover, and hopefully she does not get hit at all. Alright, so much for the level up.
Oh, this master-crafted patellar augment is not fit for a servitor.
Grace or Oblivious. The wearer gains +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Okay, let's have a look who's really stupid. Well, candidate number 1, no. Candidate number 2, Perfect. I guess you can also use the strength as the brawler, basically. I'm surprised that the Psyker has such low intelligence. Maybe it's not that important as willpower. Let's finally get to the bridge.
Say no more.
The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the bridge.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Isn't that Edel's thread the other air? That's not Voigtveer, is it? Edel's thread looks somewhat horror, but is still in one piece. He glances at you, then over your shoulder, clearly alarmed. Hans, you are here, but where's the Lord Captain? Okay, that is Edel's thread. I was mistaken. That then is probably Voigtveer. Theodore van Valencius is dead. I found her in the Ark Militant in their study. Lord Captain will not be joining us. No, the Rogue Trader is dead. Oh, okay. He realized. Edel's red shudders and grabs his shoulder. As you watch, the sleeve of his jacket bursts open and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Conrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The rope ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed. I've seen it before. We would better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. I think I'm gonna go with the faithful one. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Thank you, Argenta. I know you would understand me. Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge. Edelthred stares at you and his eyes harden with cold resolve once more. Then we have no right to bow our heads. Man, what an asshole. You can see Conrad Voigtveer clean in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them. We are out of time. Edelthred bites his knuckle, desperately thinking you see a wave ripple across the whites of Edelthred's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Draw your weapon. Voigtveer, you duplicitous cur. The Rogue Trader's death will be avenged. That complicates things to the party. Ready your weapons. If we are to die this day, let us die with honor. No, Hans, to die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No, it will not be like this. Not today. Edelthred lowers his head, then he sighs and locks his eyes with you, his gaze cold, haughty and fanatical. The ritual will not be completed. I will take care of it, and you see it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches towards his death. What? Theodora is dead? Voigtveer stares at you in seemingly genuine bewilderment. No, that cannot be. Not now. I still have not...
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh. That had to hurt.
The whispers are getting louder.
Defeat the warp creature. To use the unique abilities called Heroic Acts or Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your party in combat, the momentum bar will increase or decrease. A high momentum value allows a character to use a Heroic Act. A low value grants access to Desperate Measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of a battle, but every party member can either use one or the other and only once in a single combat. Well, our spirits were high before. Why can I only place myself here? That is concerning. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to an enemy portrait indicates that they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Click right mouse button effect icon to see more detail. Alright, okay, not that one I guess. Also not that one, alright. Who the hell are we talking about here? Myself? Oh yeah, old injury. Permanent. An injury that wasn't healed in time. It can be healed with a medikit, but requires passing a medicate skill test to succeed. Too many injuries reduce the character's resolve and cause traumas. Oh, okay, probably should be taking care of that afterwards. Alright, alright. I have a very, very, very bad feeling about this. But let's see. Let's say we start out with thinning out the enemy forces overall. I wonder how far that guy can walk. 4. 1, 2, okay. Sorry, I had to check that. And better safe than sorry, right? Let's try the lucky approach. There we go. Some damage on everyone. Pretty good. I feel like if I'm not mistaken, I should be... Oh. Huh. So, okay, let's see how this is actually working out.
Damn it! Oh.
I appreciate that. Okay, I guess that was still it. But pretty good. Pretty good. Does this creature like a psychic shriek? Oh. Dude, chill out there for a second. What the hell did just happen? Okay, I'm kind of intimidated right now. Yes, that just did happen, I guess. Let's
Victory is imminent.
let's
It will be done.
just do a regular attack, I guess. Oh, he dodges. Nice. Oh, this is not gonna end well.
Brace yourself.
I didn't even see these guys. Yeah, I mean he's pretty big, but then again... Holy hell, are you serious? He's right in front of you. And he's gigantic.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it.
Hallelujah. At least we hit him once.
Stop it!
Before dying miserably. Dude, how many attacks do you have? Jesus. Yeah, full retreat was this one, I guess. I don't know if that will help me, but let's just hope for anything. I'm in a bit of a panic here. I'm not gonna lie. Do I reach these things alright? Yeah.
Not this
Oh, okay, I do not. Yeah, then I probably want to retreat a little bit. Maybe over here.
Cover me.
And try the Psychic
Will do.
Scream again. I'm not sure if he was doing that because of the Psychic Scream or if it was just like that's what he does at that point in time.
On it. I'm not so sure.
And let's start with the Analyze Enemy thingy. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I should have thought about that. I wanted to actually attack him and then charge the others, but...
At your beck and call.
Holy hell, I'm not doing this too well.
Dust. It will be done. Just a minor setback.
Okay. I want her to go over here, because then we can
Be
actually
strong.
heal
Greater trials lie
Hans
ahead.
at least a little bit, and then let's
Faith
try
without
the
deeds
burst
is
fire.
worthless.
Disappointing.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's try that, and then maybe as soon as it's her turn again, let's try to let her go wild. Or could I do that by now? And then again, I already shot a few times, rate of fire 4. So if I'm correct, I should be able to do 3 more shots.
I crave. I'll do it.
Or does the no? Okay, the burst fire does count as a single shot. Come on, hit him at least.
Faith without deeds.
Give me a little bit of a chance here. Oh my god. Ah, he's sucking. Ah, okay, now I get it. He's literally sucking in the other little guys. I thought he was sucking on the pillars. That was why I was irritated. Okay.
My faith shields me.
I've suffered worse.
Probably have to replay that, but let's see. We're not dead yet. We are not dead yet, but very close to being. Okay, at least we got that one. And let's try the run and gun also. Because I need to be doing something after this very, very bad start. And slightly mistaken.
What is this foreboding?
Or slightly bad approach, I should say, I guess. Oop. Just want to make sure it's the right spell.
Was that you? Or... That is not my destiny.
Let's try to maybe get a few more stacks on him. I don't know if that even works. But we can try... Let's actually try the cleave, because he always parried the other stuff. A hit! That is a start, I'd say. I think I might want to rush away from him.
Indeed.
Okay. Not perfect, but something. Oh, what? Gains plus 3 MP until the end of the turn. They don't lose MP after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee attacks this turn. What? Okay. I saw that too late. Well, we can still do it next turn. I'm gonna try the bolter cheese again. Oh no, she cannot. She cannot. Okay.
I'll do it.
I hope for at least 2 hits, but what can you do? Nothing. Begone, spawn of darkness. I feel like he's way faster than 4. That doesn't feel right. Maybe? I'm not in range, I think. Yeah, I'm not in range, sadly.
Not this Greyer's job.
Jesus, not even in range for the psychic scream. Okay, I messed that one up. This is bad.
Anything else?
Tried and tested tactics.
So that's what that feeling is about.
Probably should have healed before I run away.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I am.
But I also kind of feel very unlucky. I mean, I barely hit this guy, even though he's gigantic and the percentages are not that bad, actually.
Can I fall back now?
Also, that's definitely more than movement 4, I mean. Ah, movement 12, now it's movement 12. Okay, never mind. Then I don't even need to be walking. Because I cannot run away.
I'm not so sure. They who discern the future on the battlefield. Will do.
Sheesh, that thing sucks.
From the cozy prison, but she's there, will.
Okay. I don't see me winning this.
On it. Will do. I feel cold. Whispers.
Okay.
Getting
Definitely made a mistake there. So good to know, you must not attack that guy before you kill the others around him. Otherwise he gets buffed. Huh. Well. Another mechanic learned. Okay, Hans, we got another mission. But now he is, okay, so he has movement points 4. Definitely got boosted. Or buffed, or how we would like to call it. Does it make a difference from where I'm shooting? Not really. You know what? Let's try the burst fire on this guy and hope we, in process, maybe killing this one. Also. Yeah, not also, but at least. That one got hurt. Maybe gonna try the run and gun actually. Oh. Syria should be safe here. I think so, at least. That guy down here is a problem though. I'm not sure how to kill these two. Idira. Okay, hold on. Does he jump over to the third guy? Yes. Will he immediately suck one in? No. I know that sounded a little bit disgusting, but you know what I mean. How was it after the first attack? I did one psychic scream and he immediately... Yes, probably he will. So I gotta take out the guys on the sides first, sadly.
That is not my destiny.
How can I not do that from here? That's okay. Also, I cannot go back. Okay, then I guess this turn is over for her. Let's just give him brace for impact.
Was that you? Or
And to analyze
this
enemy.
right?
Okay, never mind, never mind, never mind. This one is actually a problem now to get him into combat. I mean,
Follow
maybe
my
we
lead.
can try to charge one of these. But no. Then
It
I'm
will
just
be
gonna
done.
try to get a little bit farther.
I will do my duty.
Okay, Argenta. I'm having high hopes for you this turn. I'm not sure where I want to put you though. Could try it with
Guided
here.
by faith. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
So far, so good. I think I'm gonna
am
go
his
with that
will
skill.
made manifest.
And we'll try to
As the Emperor
kill
commands, I act.
the other two off also. Because if I'm capable of doing that, I'm in a very
I'll do
good
it.
position. Nope. Okay. Can I shoot this one? No.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Come on, Argenta. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I'll do it.
Maybe let's go full ham and even try one run and gun. I mean, she obviously gets in range of the chaos spawn like that. But I think it might
As
be
the
worth
Emperor
it.
commands, I act. Eradicated.
There we go. All of them are dead, so I think now I should be capable of easily killing that fella. I still got one shot. Okay.
Doubt is for the weak.
There you go. Eat another burst. Do we want to regain momentum? Ah, not yet.
It's nothing.
I am not afraid of you this time. Oh, he still hurts though. Okay, I cannot do the Revel and Slaughter, sadly. But I think that's because I haven't killed anyone yet. Or not that turn. Ah yeah, I think you have to do it after. Okay, yeah, probably. That also, I should have done that before. Sometimes I get the order in which I should be
know
using
what
the
is to
skills
come.
a little bit wrong still. Let's do the analyze enemy thing. There's 3 stacks, then let's try
of
the
course.
expose weakness. And now we're gonna Psychic Scream him. Not too powerful, but at least he's not healing this time. And we're actually hitting him.
It will be done.
A lot of stuff that's going way better than before. Now I'm
the
gonna do the
Emperor
Rebel
commands,
and
I
Slaughter, I
act.
think. Should be having, yes, a laser pistol that I can at least use on this distance. Oh wow, it's an auto pistol, my bad. Let's just try to get a little bit of
God
distance.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire
Ah,
in
okay.
my heart.
That was a hard hit. At least he's attacking him. That is basically as I hoped for. I'm not gonna do burst because it's too risky with the guys, the other guys around. Maybe shouldn't be standing in that. I'm not sure though. Okay, we tried.
No can do. I'm not so sure.
Okay, I thought this would be ranged attack, but maybe not. Let's give her the parry and stuff this time. Let's go with
it.
Analyze again, and the Psychic Scream afterwards. I
Will
guess so.
do.
So far, so good.
At your beck and call.
Nice! Oh, and an immediate level up. I appreciate that.
When the faithful are idle,
Let's
heresy
quickly see
grows.
though. If I understood that correctly
Look
with the
no
medikit before.
Let me help.
Okay, that did not work as I
What advice do you
expected it.
seek?
The Emperor
Thought
sets
the
my
injuries
path.
maybe would be removed, but I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood that. Okay, we're gonna take strength, maybe? What do we need the athletic skill for though? Show of torment, character. Maybe I'm just taking the ballistic skill because I'm not that much of a great shot. And what else is he recommending? Exploit surroundings, fired up. Camaraderie, wreck and ruin. All of that just sounds mediocre, to be honest. Enemies damaged by the soldier's area attack. I don't have an area attack. Hitting an ally with a medikit in combat restores additional wounds. As at full wounds, the soldier has plus 10 ballistic skills and plus 2 movement. That's pretty cool. That's also interesting. Okay. What? And if I stand that correctly, basically I got plus 10% damage as long as I'm in cover. Ah, full cover, okay, as long as I'm in full cover. That's the difference, so that's something. Huh. I think I'm gonna take the trace trajectory thing. I didn't feel like the recommended ones were that good, to be fully honest. Okay, we already have that. What was Desolation? Needs an additional agility damage to enemies that have no allies in adjacent cells. Sounds pretty good. And maybe give him weapon skill or so. 40. Yeah, why not? Why not? Actually, hitting the enemy cannot hurt, I guess. What do we have here? Perception, intelligence. Guess perception, right? No. Probably intelligence. Yeah, let's take that one. All of these seem rather pointless. What's that? It will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level. What? Solid projectile weapons attack gain +2 minimum power weapon expert. Okay, but is there something? Okay. That actually is very nice, but I want to see if there's some Psyker abilities. Okay, it's also not bad. Not provoking attacks of opportunity on close range. But I guess I'm gonna go with the nimble one if I ever find it again. There it is. I wish those abilities were a little more character specific. Don't feel like they fit the Psyker all too well. What? Why is my agility so bad? Ah, cripple leg. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, definitely ballistic skill. And let's also give her the unpredictable. Yeah, why not? Alright, I feel like these level ups will get harder with the time playing. What can I do against the broken leg? Actually, duration permanent, the creature's agility is can be removed and fully healed on the void ship. Okay.
I'll warn you if I hear anything.
So we gotta go to the bridge officer probably. Hold on, almost forgot that. Is also loot. What's that? Blade shard. Gloves of endurance. Mantle of heroism. Requires iconoclast.
Marching on.
We got that. There was one more spot to loot, and that's should be somewhere around here.
He's dead. He
This one.
sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
She is probably very right about that. Yes, he should be in iconoclast. That was what I'm thinking. Whenever a wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, the allies gain a +1 bonus to damage. Not sure which one I would want to give those, but maybe the Psyker.
A nice little stroll.
So, there's the helmsman. Raver. Master Helmsman, system status report. By the Emperor. It's the Senatral, living and breathing, the white-haired man with sickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there is a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we will be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long. How did you people survive in here? We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance for escaping from the warp. Sorry, holy hell. Your words seem to knock the officer out of their stupor, and the air around you fill with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officers without even looking. Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. Abelard pauses for a few seconds before turning to Hans. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House Van Valencius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you more than anyone else deserve to take a place in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. How did you people survive in here? Let's get that off our table. Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barked in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then I prayed for our rescue. What must I do? Take the Lord's captain's seat, order the final preparations, wait for the officer's report. Bah! Blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in tick. Just go up to the throne, Master Hans Fun. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry, every second we waste is a terrible risk. So off we go into our new throne. Is this my ship now? Is this now the oh god please holy emperor please no we don't want to die. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous current invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath the thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's truth, surreal in nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other a vessel of ancient evil bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears. And this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp. Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? The vision lowers its head, its harrowing gaze boring into you. For but a moment something changes in Theodora's expression. It almost looks like a shadow of fear. It matters not, your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and fates are my mockery. You are to blame for Theodora's death. I have already resisted the temptation of the warp once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind with a new illusion. Be gone, Phantom. What do you want with me? Let's go with the I already have resisted. Theodora hisses almost painfully, as if wounded by your words. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flow of fame. Your head begins to spin and vicious drops slither down your cheeks. You blink and you are no longer looking at Theodora. It is the traitor Voigtvier, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice ceases from his lips. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the iron world. I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. The image is scattered by invisible sorcerer's winds, and you see Idira, her eyes glow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weavers of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. This thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me. Let's just read the text they speak. The best is said, child of the dawn. This thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. I need to shorten that somehow. That's just so much text. Raver turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, then addresses Abelard, who's standing next to you. Seneca, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means the navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Van Valencia's flagship. We will honor his memory along with all of who died this day. Senator, will you tell us how? Who is that? Where is the Lord Captain?
As First Officer,
Thank
it
you.
is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim...
Nailed it.
Have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
Yeah, obviously I was very important throughout these battles. It's not like I barely hit anyone and the others did the
deed
work.
is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
You better watch your tongue, filthy animal. I am your superior officer, Lord Captain, now.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless. But victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, to hang the ancestral banners once again and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Well, mostly on the enemies of humanity. I mean, like, literally 3 hours ago I didn't even know I was a Van Valancius. I was still the Van Clobius Kopf dynasty. I guess that was basically the tutorial as of yet. Pretty lengthy, pretty cool. Let's see how the rest of the game is turning out. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried for a few hours there, but after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all over. Such fortitude is most admirable in Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled with the deputy, while others got unfilled entirely. Now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship's crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship and they are not encouraging. Get this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort. Even so far as you're personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in, so prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voigtveer? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be sculling in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now 1 shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he was wrought. Wait, Abelard, there's an altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the Rogue Trader. I am ready to start the briefing. Obviously, I'm ready to start the briefing. I am so ready to be the Rogue Trader. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. You have found a consumable item, apparently. Okay. Thank you. That might have been a little bit late. That pop-up, I mean, but okay, thank you. Dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Hans van Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard? Yawn. I haven't have the time to be listening to every last officer on this hulking rig. Abelard, give me a precise what are the major problems and what needs to be done. Let's be a little bit more kind to them, just for now. As you wish, your lordship. Victis Suri Otta of the Toliman line, our new Vox Master. It is an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing and sending all communication between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Rava, the Master Hellman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Hey, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum, Janris Dunrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus Master whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly the Drive Master, servants of the Omnisire. Praise be the Omnisire. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests mechadendrites. I think it's mechadendrites. That was the pronunciation. Is this everyone? Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachariah Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He's in charge of communication with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Van Valencia's protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad Voigtbier's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it's possible to do so. Curse Psychus. All other present are adjutants, secretaries and deputies. They are here to make of a recording of proceedings. Okay, we could go through all these reports now. I'm kinda interested in them, to be honest. Let's do that. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties have been completed. The results have been submitted to the Senatorial and the High Factotum. High Factotum, what do you have to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confident to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykard Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled ducks he usually installs as governors on his planet. Drives Master, I will hear from you now. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon the noble void ship destroyed the repositories and hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thanks the Omnisire, but its spirits mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified the prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. As far as I know, tech priests regularly just make these computer sounds, like at least when they are communicating with each other, or these almost modem-like sounds. So, nice that he actually speaks with us. With great sorrow, I must also report that Engineer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, a most terrible loss. There's no one among my comrades on board whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. Would someone care to translate the esteemed Drive Master's words? Thank you. Now I know what he means. Master Helmsman, deliver your status. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut the long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound more or less, but without our engineer prime and navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkhead. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject. When we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was the Nevis Nobilite station. The station maintained complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator through the very same system, in the very same system, is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. That is indeed quite a coincidence. If I were you, I would grab this chance with both hands, or else you will soon be eyeing up asteroids to use your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming. As long as the Prometheum and supplies last, and if any thick as Grok's shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we will be able to take them out, so do not you worry on that score. I like the language. It's realistic. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. At least he doesn't say that much. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We have got no able crew. No Lord Cap. Master of Ordnance, you forgot yourself. The Master of Ordnance chokes back to the words he was obviously about to blurt out without thinking. He casts another look at you before lowering his gaze. I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken hold of me. He looks up at you. But I've heard of you. Oh yes, your fame has reached even as far as the Expanse. I cannot be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. He's just his uniform and stands ramrod straight. The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been safe, and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight, if that is the Lord Captain's will. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engineer, prime and navigator. Is this all that's preventing us from continuing the voyage? That's obviously nothing. Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's system must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving the 3 immediate problems. Didn't you just say we can cruise forever? What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? Thank you for all the reports. Dismissed. I see to the Vox Master on this point. Mistress Tolliman. We are in the Rykard star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Nevis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. The Rykard Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Those are sensors, basically. I just don't know how this is pronounced in English. The situation is not very encouraging, but without the navigator, a tech priest and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Nevis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Thank you for all the reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Whew. At least we got some more side quests, or at least we know what we have to do. Like, that probably would have been a shorter version, but I think to get the full immersion, actually, it's more interesting like that. Your Lordship, there's one other thing, a confidential... I wish there was more voice acting. A confidential matter of the utmost importance, Lady Theodora. Abelard hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Corona's expense. I remember saying that I think the rogue traders over Inquisitors, but definitely not over the Lord Inquisitor. I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. What is it he asked of Theodora? I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's deck. It was signed XC. You are referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Is that so, and what is the task with which she was entrusted? What if I choose to simply ignore this so-called commission? Let's go with the first one. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich van Kellogg's, and an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he's somewhere in the system. That we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed. But an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis nobility or the governor of Rykard Manoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Van Valencia's protectorate. That sounds like a lot of administrative work. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battler grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment of dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. You can come anytime, Argenta. I fully trust you. You are righteous to the Emperor, and so you shall do his bidding. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but I can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Idira Glace's eyes rove over the assembled. One word burst from my lips. Daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Abelite, bring the witch to heel. If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work. Okay, let's go for it. Damn it. Idira presses her finger to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I cannot make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why it is so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Class? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I cannot make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I will report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. If there's nothing else of value to report, we had that before. Okay, uses this map in the center of the bridge to issue orders to the crew. Fellowship, connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. Let's do that. Fellowship test succeeded. The Voxmaster nods obediently and presses several switches and device she's holding. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice rolls through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval. Nice. Well, I don't want to just spend the rest of the episodes with talk, so let's try to get a little more progress. I will come back to all these people at a later episode, and maybe we're gonna go through them a little bit one by one. Oh, machine gun, about upon the initiate bestow thy blessing. High factotum, the bridge officer. I'm actually at the moment looking for Argenta. I would like to know what it is that she would have liked to speak with us. That is Idira. That is a Technomet. Can we go below here? No. Voidmaster, Bridge Technomet. Servitor. No Argenta anywhere. Okay. To Lord Captain quarters. I like that everyone is saluting now. Before that they were just ignoring me. Where is she? She was right here and went up to the north. Shouldn't she still be somewhat near? There she is. How did you do that? She's a freaking magician. She went into that direction and popped out right behind us. This Argenta looks tired. There are dark circles under her eyes. Her eyes somewhat disheveled, and she moves like she's a little on the edge. Rogue Trader, you said you have a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
Oh, she speaks. Thank you. She doesn't speak anymore. What the hell? The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I do not know what customary practices there are for cases like this in the Van Valencia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans? What good would meeting them do? Make arrangements for a meeting worthy of a Rogue Trader. I will address the orphans with a speech. I will meet with them, no formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives for the Van Valencia's dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve. Deliver this order on my behalf. The orphans are to be properly provided for, but a personal meeting with the Rogue Trader is too much. Why would I? Do you wish to fill these children's heads with the illusion that the world and its rulers care about them? I will have no part in this. Let's give them a glorious speech. Just because Argenta asked for it. We buddies. We need to stick together. Until I find a space marine. A group of adolescents, clearly dressed in their finest, freshly pressed clothes, forms a straight line before you. Some stare at you with wide eyes like you are some mystical creatures, while others huddle together in fear and look away. Our indefatigable sister has been... I know I probably butchered that word, I'm sorry. I mean, I know fatigue, but indefatigable? Sorry, I cannot speak that as a German. Sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. Abelard glances at the gathered children. It is hardly the scholar progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Argenta standing to the side of the group. As at your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you. The one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Van Valencias. Grandly address the group, smile at the group. I, the Rogue Trader and Lord Captain of the ship, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for a just cause and brought honor to the Van Valencia's banners, those of the Imperium. I am proud of them, and I believe that you will become their worthy heirs. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. Address the chaperones. Give them treats and escort them to their homes. I believe a minute of beholding the Lord Captain is a great enough honor for them. You saw me? Now get lost, kid. Let's grandly address them. The teenagers hang on every word with bated breath. Only a few at the far end of the row seem solemn and not particularly impressed by your speech. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for your noble lot. And you just give us speeches." Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence. Address the chaperones. Their compartment leaves much to be desired. I hope that they will be molded into worthy servants of House Van Valencias. Molded. Punish the troublemaker, put the rest back in their base. The audience is over. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. Ignore the interruption. Rest assured you won't be abandoned. You will be taken care of. Let's assume our alpha position here. It doesn't matter what we say, it will not bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We will keep slaving away on the ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died, it's not an easy thing to go through, but they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command, I fought, I repelled the assault as quickly as I could, but no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. The strong have the power to decide the fate of others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different lot in life, boy, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest. Or I could still just punish him. Let's punish him. No, let's go with this one. You heard the Rogue Trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and servants immediately emerge carrying packages, packeted treats with Van Valencius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the senator came prepared for any contingency. Wow. That reading is hard for me. Agent rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. You guys should be thankful the Sister of Battle asked for this audience. If anybody wants signed poster, we can talk about that. As it's just written here, the co-op modus sadly is not that easy to initiate, as you will have to have people in your friends list to play with. Or find something like a Discord server with several people that would like to play and are basically roughly at the same point in the game, I would say. While also willing not to make any more progress themselves, because only the host basically gets the progress. I mean, the others see the story unfolding and stuff like that, but there's only one person that basically does the decision making.
Lord Captain.
Okay.
Lord Captain.
We had enough talk, so now let's have a look at the map finally. Also, my mouse is so dry at this point I can barely speak anymore. The events of Warhammer Rogue Trader take place in a vast region of space known as the Coronis Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get a chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new uncharted systems, discovering more routes as you explore the expanse. What you see before you is the map of one such system. Each star system contains objects you can interact with. Such objects are marked as points of interest. And we just gotta left click those. So I guess that's probably our ship. Yeah, we got Rykard, Majoris, Minoris, we got an unidentified void ship. We got Urak 5. We got Snurnurgle. Ah, Ricardi Filia, obviously. The prisoner planetoid, I mean. Yeah. Those letters though. Yeah, I cannot scroll on the map as it seems, so that's probably it. Reminds me a tad bit of Mass Effect 1, if I'm not mistaken. Just that there's no Reaper following you around. And if you lose track of your ship, you can see the sights, I just realized. So, yeah, as we have no real plan of what we should be doing, let's go to Urak 5 first, I guess. And see what is awaiting us there. Lord Captain reporting the heralds of the Navis Nobilite continuing to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Urak 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite house requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. Order the auger crew to scan the station. Turn back. No one dares to give me orders. We will not invade the Navis Nobilite station without first acquiring official approval. Let's go with a scan first. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the auger crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. That is unusual. Let's try this one. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Turn back. No one dares to give me order. No, Lord Captain. Of course not. We will not invade a Nevis Novelite station. Lord Captain, only the navigators are blessed with the gift of steering ships through the immaterium. Anyone else would succumb to the same nightmarish influence it projects on the crew and the vessel. To attempt traversing warp space without a guide is a fool's errand. Forgive me for intruding, Lord Captain, but I feel it is my duty to remind you that the Nevis nobility are highly respected citizens of the Imperium. Humanity guides through the warp. The power and the status of the highborn navigator house is akin to that of your protectorate. To aid them in their hour of need is to acquire an influential enemies. Friend, obviously. Ally. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so we will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely and may the God Emperor light your path. So we just docked. Explore the station to find answers. The Nevis Nobility station is not responding and the message is already gone. How do I dock my ship? Back to the bridge. Are we already? We are already there, right? There we go. Is this the mission now? I'm a little bit confused, but I think I should have probably, hopefully done that right. Maybe? This is confusing. I mean, you know, this wasn't very intuitive. Like how I start this sector, start the mission, however you want to call it. Ah! I already see. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is perfectly fine.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
What the hell is going on here? Wretches, you will be consigned to oblivion for something that I was yet again not fast enough to read. Okay, I guess we have to wait until these texts are done, but then again the camera is a little bit out of position here. Okay, that execution was not too impressive. Not a step farther. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. Felek or Celio. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black, unblinked eyes are watching your every move, and the third, one that mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Abelard, if you would be so kind, desist, brother. It was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. Keep talking to me this way, I will make you swallow your own tongue. No. The navigator frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be the lord of the Van Valencius dynasty. Yes, I am absolutely positive, in fact. And since fate has brought such an important person into my ado, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felek Christoph Argus, keeper of the station, so we did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Europe 5 is a holy sanctum of House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a selected few. It pains me to say that you are not on the guest list. Provide me with a navigator and I will immediately depart the station. I came here in search of a navigator, so you are coming with me. I'm looking for the Lord Inquisitor Interrogator 1 Heinrich von Kellogg's. Do you know anything about his present location? The Lord Inquisitor's Interrogator? I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. What is happening on the station? Where did all these corpses come from? Let's maybe ask. Betrayal, a most banal thing in the life of the Nobilite, don't you think? I was stopped in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urak 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivingly, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum, I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. Felek falls silent for a few moments and then seriously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we are idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I still have questions concerning the situation on the station. Take him by force. I do not care about your mistress. I am looking for a navigator and you will do. Your words are rife with disrespect and I will not tolerate it. Let's go with 2. Our idle chatter will not save Lady Cassia, but if you need to be sure of something before you can help, so be it. Tell me about your mistress. Regretfully, I am not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether with her retinue or the outsiders. She will tell you about herself personally if she feels like it. That is assuming she survives. I am begging you not to waste any more of our precious time, for it is running out. What makes you think your mistress is still alive? A spark of concern flickers in the black pits of Felek's eyes. You may not believe me, but Lady Cassia is capable of incredible things. Not even a traitor Theobald can easily harness her power. My men have reported that the situation is in a deplorable state. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened too quickly. There were dozens of reports of accident, victims and failing systems. But the only precious thing about the station is Lady Cassia's life. Everything else is futile and can be easily replenished. Why did you not respond to the messages from Rykard Minoris? I have already said, Urak 5 is sacrosanct. It is the holy domain of the Navis Nobilite, and it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We had hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contact because the traitors had disabled our equipment. Enough question. What kind of help we are talking about? Whenever I ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Felek takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood and winces with pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress Chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator's machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be no use unless the elevator's mechanism is powered. You came to the station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved. But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement that you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence or the powers of our navigators. I guess we have to roll along. How do I make the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. I need it to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of our reliquary doors, the most ancient of sacred mechanisms, which will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priest ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. If it is so simple, why don't you do it yourself? That's a fair question. Never said the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path through the laboratory and the guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate and are not afraid of displeasing the Navis nobility or incurring the Emperor's wrath. They bow only to brute strength. Sometimes something which I currently have to lack. I guess that makes sense. So what have you decided, descendant of the Van Valencia's line? The woes of your house upset the balance of power in this part of the galaxy. I will help you, if not for the sake of profit, but for the good of the Imperium. It will be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. The Rogue Trader's aid will cost house or sell you, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require the house or sell you to sign a contract with my protectorate. I said I want to be loyal to the Emperor, so you should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, Rogue Trader, and may the Emperor's light be with you. Argenta should have liked that. But well, as I think I'm almost 2 hours in, or even above that, the time is flying by playing this game, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I hope you do too. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'm gonna end on this little cliffhanger here, but we'll try to continue this ASAP. Wishing you the very best. Have a great day, and see you soon. Goodbye.